Hallo meine lieben Freunde, herzlich willkommen zurück zu Crimes and Punishments, Sherlock Holmes. Ja, im letzten Part haben wir den dritten Fall endgültig gelöst und heute beginnen wir den Fall Nummer 4. Ole, ole, ich bin gespannt, wie der ausgehen wird oder wie der anfängt oder worum es überhaupt gehen wird. Ich bin, wie gesagt, schon sehr gespannt und ja, legen wir mal los. I'm looking for Freibier. Die Affäre von Abbey Grange, ne? Prost Mahlzeit, Verderbe. Lecker Saft.
The game is afoot, not a word. Into your clothes and come.
What the hell?
I'll wait for you in the sitting room. I've just received a note from Inspector Lestrade, a letter from the suburbs. He is in need of my presence. Whenever he has asked for my assistance, it has always turned out to be entirely justified. I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Yes, they all seem worthy of...
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Oh, Holmes, you...
I beg your pardon, I digress. It would be much better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
So.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
The letter is on the table.
So. Da ist ein Brief. Wir haben
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter. A wax seal with the monogram E.B. The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
Dann lesen wir mal. Mein lieber Mr. Holmes, es würde mich sehr freuen, wenn Sie mir unverzüglich bei einem Fall zur Hilfe kämen, der höchst bemerkenswert zu werden verspricht. Die Sache liegt ganz Ihrer Linie. Bis auf die Befragung der Lady werde ich dafür sorgen, dass alles genau so bleibt, wie ich es vorgefunden habe. Doch bitte ich Sie, keine Sekunde zu verlieren, dass Ihr Äußerstes, mein Gott, das sind alles Namen, nicht lange dort wird liegen bleiben können. What? So. Ja.
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always, it appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the E.B. monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
Na dann, fahren wir los.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise her right.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Tja, dann haben wir also Lestrads Aussage. Offenbar handelt es sich um einen Raubüberfall, der einen Mord mündete. Lady Brackenstall wurde angegriffen und an einen Stuhl gefesselt. Sir Austin Brackenstall, der sich gewehrt hat, ist tot. Sein Schädel wurde mit einem Schürhaken eingeschlagen. Ausgehend von Lady Brackenstals Aussage waren die Täter die Einbrecherbande Lewisham, die drei Randallen. Und Aufgaben: untersuchen Sie den Mord, der Abbey-Gang verübt wurde. Untersuchen Sie das Zimmer von Lady Blackstall in der Tat, von der sich von der Tat erholet. Na dann gehen wir. Sehen wir uns mal um.
Sir Warthen Brackenstall.
Ja, da haben wir ein paar.
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall. Baron Lyndon Brackenstall. Lord George Brackenstall.
Na dann öffnen wir.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Ja, sehen wir uns mal wie immer an, was die Analyse zu sich sagt. Blasse Wangen. Eine alte Verletzung. So. Fragen wir mal, keine Glückliche, was ist geschehen?
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Wurde was
Did
gestohlen?
these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
Die alten Verletzungen.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control.
Wieder mal.
Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Okay.
Your ladyship?
So. Sehen wir uns mal hier um. Reden wir mit dir?
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
So, zuerst sehen wir jetzt natürlich wieder mal das Profil an. Kaffeefleck. Tja, reden wir
As
mal
I
mit dir.
sat by my bedroom window, I saw three men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
Also, sie weiß nicht so viel. Lestrade hat sich schon hingesetzt, also...
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Naja. Dann sehen wir uns mal. Hier mal. Ob wir noch was finden. Außer dem Body. Leiche untersuchen.
So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon. Barefoot, he had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress. That must be the murder weapon. The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
Dann haben wir schon die ersten Täter identifiziert. Zeugen haben den Täter identifiziert und Gewaltausbruch. Schürhaken plus Leiche. Für Ostens konnte ein Schlag mit den Schürhaken gestorben sein. Gewaltausbruch. Gleiche. Täter infiziert mit Gewalt. Nein, das geht auch noch nicht. Also, wir wissen halt. Oh, Kamin und Gitter. Schon.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
Gitter. Nee. Gitter und Leiche. So. Der Tod von Sir Austens konnte ein Unfall gewesen sein. Er könnte hingefallen sein und sich dabei am Kamin wieder den Kopf angeschlagen haben. Sir Austens konnte einen Schlag mit den Schürhaken gestorben sein. Schauen wir mal, wie sich der Fall entwickelt. Noch haben wir hier zu wenig Spuren.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me. A deer hunt. The hunting scene. This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen. An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents. These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France.
Sing. Irgendwas fehlt mir hier noch. So. Lustigerweise, ich finde es gerade nicht. Vielleicht wieder, wenn ich auf T umschalte, dass es mir dann ins Auge springt oder mir zumindest angezeigt wird. Nein, auch nicht.
This candlestick is valuable.
Brrr, gucken wir mal. Machen wir mal den.
This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there. Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me. This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
Tja, wir haben auf jeden Fall jetzt mal eine Spur.
Antique hunting weapons. A hunting scene. A hunter's cabin.
The death was instant.
Ja, der Tod war instant. Damit müssen wir halt quasi jetzt einmal vorwegnehmen, vorlieb nehmen. Ich muss mir mal das in der Kamera überlegen, weil so funktioniert das nicht, wie ich das gehabt habe. Ja, wie immer alle Links zu meinen Let's Plays unten in der Videobeschreibung. Und ich verbleibe als euer Gaming Dragon mit dem heißen Fario für diesen Part und